Hey everyone, Matt here. And today we have another pest problem. If you saw in my previous video, one of my plants has mealybugs. So far so good. It's not, hasn't shown any more pests, but they do hatch in a cycle. So I would be keeping my eye open for them and then treat as necessary. So the pest problem with this and some of my other plants is fungus gnats. And if you've had fungus gnats, you know they are a huge pain in the ass. We have them flying all over the place. They're flying in front of your face while you're watching TV. Super annoying. So if you start seeing flies coming out of your plants as you're watering, or if you disturb the soil, you have fungus gnats, and they're only going to get worse. And what I have is a product that I use that I found has worked better than the mosquito bits, which in my opinion aren't that great. So a lot of people will treat them with, or try to control them with, the yellow sticky traps, or you know, the fly or the gnat or fly catchers that you can plug into the wall that have like a blue light, which helps control the adult population. But the problem is they lay eggs in your soil, and in my case, the moss and the orchid bark in the mixture of my orchids. So they will keep coming back, even though you're killing the adults. The adult females can lay thousands of eggs, and what they do is the larvae will hatch and eat your plant roots and eventually cause damage to your plants. Besides being super annoying and flying all over the place, they can kill your plants. So what I like to use is this product called Pot Popper, and I buy them on Amazon, and I'll link it down here in my description. But as you can see, what it is are little sachets full of beneficial nematodes. And they're very, very easy to use. So here's the product. And what the directions say is you simply place the sachet, and I like to just put it underneath the soil just a little bit, or in my case, the orchid bark. And one sachet is good up to a 5-gallon container of soil. And what you do is you take your water, and this is probably gonna make a mess because my planter is full of holes, but you just simply water it in. And over the next 7 days, the nematodes will be released, and they go into your soil and actually feed on the cause of the gnats, which is their larvae. So what the directions suggest is that you do this every 10 to 14 days. You put a new packet in, and that way you are killing the next generation of eggs that maybe some of the adults that are flying around are still laying in your soil, or in my case, orchid bark. So it's not a quick fix, but in my opinion, it's the best fix. Also, fungus gnats love soggy soil. So if you're overwatering your plants, you may be increasing your odds of getting the fungus gnats. There are certain tips that you could follow as far as reducing your chances. Bottom watering is a great option, because that keeps your top layer of soil dry, which the fungus gnats don't really love laying their eggs into. So that's a preventative measure if you want to do the bottom watering. And you know, you have to be consistent with it. These aren't going to work, like I said, they're not going to work overnight. You're not going to see a drastic reduction immediately, But in my experience, it has been a good, actually the only thing that works. I've tried the mosquito bites and some of the other options. You can leave a little dish full of apple cider vinegar and dish soap, and that will attract the adults to that, and they die in that solution. Over by my plant shelf over there, I do have one of the blue light sticky traps that I'm hoping to at least reduce the adult population that way. And you know, that way you're getting less eggs laid because the females or the gnats are dying. So it helps, but in my opinion, the plant popper is the best. And like I said, I will link it down in my description. I really appreciate you guys for watching, and hopefully you learned something. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.